to escape the Taliban. I'm Mary Corsetti, Fox News. Republican Texas Congressman Michael McCall is making a shocking claim that Americans are being held in Afghanistan.
We know that Congressman McCall specifically mentioned, and I'll play some sound in just a few seconds, about an airport several hours north of Kabul. That's where he alleges that Americans are essentially being held on planes against their will.
We have 6 airplanes at Mazar Sharif Airport, 6 airplanes with American citizens on them as I speak, also with these interpreters, and the Taliban is holding them hostage for demands right now.
Again, this is several hours north of Kabul on the border, the northern border of the country.
Fox's David Spunt. And tens of thousands of people could begin to return home in South Lake Tahoe after authorities say calmer winds and better weather helped them keep the Caldor fire in check. State fire officials say evacuation orders for the area were reduced to warnings as of Sunday. Some 22,000 people had been forced to leave the popular resort and nearby areas last week. The fire remains a few miles outside of the resort on the California-Nevada border, which normally would have been packed for the Labor Day weekend. And the death toll from Ida in New Jersey has now reached 27.
This is now the second deadliest storm to hit New Jersey in a century. The police chief said they performed 500 water rescues that flooded homes, saving 1,000 people.
I think you got to take this step back and look at the whole situation and how it occurred. This was the first flash flood that actually hit us this hard and this fast, and that's what the issue was, I believe, here. In the past, it's always been the rivers, either the Millstone or Raritan, combination of both. But the flash flood and the speed of it is what got us this time.
As residents continue to clean up and pick up the pieces this weekend, there are questions over how New Jersey and New York were seemingly caught off guard by the severity of this historic storm, which brought record-breaking flash flooding.
Fox's Brian Yinnis. America is listening to Fox News.
Small business owners, startups, freelancers, entrepreneurs. Do you know the #1 way to avoid unfair bank fees? Close your account and open a new Novo free business banking account. With Novo, there are no minimum balances, no transaction limits, or no hidden fees. Sign up for free in under 10 minutes at banknovo.com/Fox. They will mail your debit card and you get free ATM use. Get your free business banking account in just 10 minutes at banknovo.com/Fox. Go to banknovo.com/Fox. Sign up for free right now.
Alex Murdaugh, a South Carolina lawyer who is at the center of a mysterious murder of his wife and son, was shot on Saturday.
South Carolina's law enforcement division confirming to Fox News Murdaugh is the victim found shot on a rural road in Hampton County, South Carolina, about an hour and a half west of Charleston. The 53-year-old's attorney telling multiple outlets that Murdaugh was traveling to Charleston and had some car trouble. He says Murdaugh pulled over on a rural road to fix a flat tire on his car when a truck drove past him. The vehicle circled back and someone inside allegedly started firing at Murdaugh, striking the prominent South Carolina lawyer at least once in the head. This shooting coming as South Carolina law enforcement actively investigate the murders of Murdaugh's wife and son, Maggie and Paul.
Fox's Charles Watson. And U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says that people are not bargaining chips and adds that the U.S. stands with Canada in calling for the release of 2 Canadians detained in China for 1,000 days. The 2 Canadians were detained in China in 2018 in what critics label hostage politics after Canada arrested the chief financial officer of a Chinese tech company. Plus, Pope Francis is planning his next pilgrimage.
It'll be the pontiff's first big trip since undergoing abdominal surgery earlier this summer. Pope Francis will visit the heart of Europe, as he puts it, in a 4-day pilgrimage to Hungary and Slovakia. From September 12th to the 15th, the leader of the Roman Catholic Church will start off in Budapest and will stress the importance of the Eucharist for the faithful. The 84-year-old Francis will wrap things up in Slovakia with a ceremony honoring that nation's patroness, the Virgin Mary. In a public address in St. Peter's Square in Rome, Pope Francis said he wishes to pay tribute to so many heroic Catholics who endured years of hostilities and persecutions. It's believed he was referring to those years that the Church and its believers suffered under communist rule. Karen McHugh, Fox News.
I'm Mary Corsetti, and this is Fox News.